welcome. This is Maggie. I'm so looking forward to you joining me for this Spirit Guide workshop. It's a little bit different. Unfortunately, we can't interact voice-wise, sound-wise, but I'm working on a system. I'm not sure how it's all going to work out, but I'm sure there is a way we can do this. But for now, if you just put your information in the comments, whether it's questions you have or something you have to share. And basically, we're going to wait to see who joins us and how we get this event underway. Okay? Hi, darling. Yes, I'm looking forward to it too. So it's been interesting. Hi, Karen. How are you, babe? Hi, Robin. We're waiting for a few people to join and then we'll get started. Otherwise, we're just going to be, I guess, going over and over and over the same thing. Hi, babe. Now, please don't be scared to ask questions or share or join in or whatever, because, sometimes we sit back and we think, oh, it may be silly or, it's something I should know that. How do you know? There's not half a dozen people sitting back there thinking the same thing, which is usually the way it goes. People go, yeah, don't want to know. And he's like, hang on. If you have questions or there's something you don't understand, then please, feel free to ask. We'll give it a minute or two and see where it goes. So do any of you ladies have any expectations or directions that you're looking at? Hi, it's coming. People are joining and we're actually just waiting a little while till we get, I guess, everybody, settled in. It's only just after 7. Hi, Jenny. How you doing, darling? Good to see you. Hang on, I got grapes stuck in my teeth. I've been seriously living on grapes for about 2 weeks and it's like, oh my God, I'm going to turn into a black grape when I'm not looking. Okay, hi Amanda. Hi Tony. Long time no see. Okay, so we're actually getting a few people together now. So I'll explain this system that I figured will work. How I thought we'd sort it out is this. Hi Sandy, we just go through with it, chat about. Hi Taylor, we'll sort it out. Hello darling. We'll just go with the flow. Like I said, if you have any questions, please ask them. Hi Jen, please ask your questions. They're no good, if you haven't got an answer, it's not worth not knowing. So if you, don't be scared. I haven't bitten anybody in a fortnight. I don't think I bit anybody in a month, but you never can tell. Where there's life, there's hope. I've had a reasonable pain day, but I've been awake since 10. No, I haven't. What am I talking about? 10 past 3 I've been awake since. Hi, Vicky. How's things up your way, darling? I hope you're hanging in there, babe. We're thinking of you and sending you lots of love. Okay, let's have a look at, what we're going to have a look at tonight is spirit guides. What the heck the spirit guides are, how they work, how they interact with us. Do we have them? Can we chat with them? And what the heck use are they, basically? There's a difference between a spirit guide and a power animal. A lot of people, have that, oh, is my spirit animal. Oh, babe, Vic, just keep going, darling. You're not home yet then, darling? Oh. Is a power animal the same as a spirit guide? No, it's not. A spirit guide is an actual reality being, whether that being is in a human form, has lived a human form, or is not in a human form. Some spirit guides are simply not human. They're from other places, other beings. Oh my goodness, Vic. We're thinking of you, darling, and holding you in our thoughts. Stay There's nothing much more you can do, darling. You must be absolutely shattered by now. You must be unbelievably shattered. Okay. So a spirit guide can have any form as long as it has had a life, it has the being. A power animal, by the other point, is usually represented by an animal shape or form. It actually is a visualization of an energy. So a spirit guide has been a being, has lived, a power animal or a medicine. Native Americans call it medicine. It actually means energy. So your power animals are about energy levels that are either being said to you, you need this energy. If it's an ant, it obviously tells you need to get moving and working and What they did the study, and they looked at the energetic levels of the animals, and they reflected that back to the human conditions in many ways. They were the first psychologists, psychiatrists, whichever way you choose to look at it, because that's what they did. They studied the connection between humans and the connections between nature. But a spirit guide is something different. A spirit guide is a being that has lived. Often they've lived many, many incarnations, and often they have shared incarnations. They might have shared a carnation, who knows? They have shared incarnations. Some of them have shared incarnations with us, and some, wait for the bombshell, there are times when we may have actually been their spirit guide in some way. There are many levels of spirit guides. There are the angelic beings. The angelic beings, yes, they're angelic beings, but yeah, they're also spirit guides because they live in spirit and they guide us. They come and they give us direction. I've had many occasions in my life when I've actually connected on a one-on-one level with an angelic being. And I'm not talking meditation. I'm talking alive, standing dead smack in front of me. That story, that information is going to be, it's all in the book, which will be out in a few weeks. Hi, Susan. Now, yes, the angelic beings could be your spirit guide. An angelic being could bring you an answer. An angelic being could be when you're screeching out for help and you go to it could be one of the angels that come through and go, yes, I've got this. This is how we do it. Now, an angel is an energy being, a multi-dimensional energy being, but still has the ability to be a guide from spirit. Spirit guides simply are that, a guide from spirit. I have to tell you, I have got one of the pushiest, bossiest, most energetic spirit guides you've ever met. And I'm going to introduce him to you in the book. But the angels, yes, it depends on what part of our lives we're at and what stage of our lives we're at. Whereas how spirit guides have got, they can read the picture. They can read the big picture much better than we can. We get ourselves stuck in a situation and it's just a situation. But they can go, yeah, we've got this. And so we get the guides we need. Hi, Suzanne. I feel, and I could be wrong, this is how I feel, that we come to this planet with spirit guides that come with us, that we make contracts or we make connections before we come, and we arrange these things, like going on a holiday. We book in the accommodation, we book in the guides. So when we're coming here, it's like, yep, we book in the guides for our tour of life on Earth. And some attach themselves to us. A spirit guide is someone with more common intense than us, and who has experienced many, many incarnations, and has chosen, a spirit guide has chosen to assist humanity through spirit. That has been their chosen path. They have actually got to a vibrational level where they're able to make the choice of whether they're coming to stay on, whether they're coming to reincarnate on Earth, or whether they're going to, to interact with Earth beings. So a spirit guide has made that choice. God hasn't just woke up one morning and said, you graduated, you're a spirit guide, bye, off you go. Here's some poor, defenseless human, go do your thing. Hi, Helen. No, that's not how the spirit guide thing works. No, I hate to think God's going to let me loose on some poor, defenseless human, but I'm almost sure that he's going to ask. Can you imagine it? You wake up and your spirit guides me. God in heaven save you all. Like I said, I feel the spirit guides, their vibrational energy has reached a place and a space where they can actually make that decision and make that choice. Hi, Helen. But I also believe that we choose which guides we are going to work with long term and who we are going to choose to help us from time to time. Because every guide enters our life for a purpose. I feel, are you hanging in there? Are you getting this, guys? Do you need to ask questions? Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you've got, anything you need, just ask. Because I can't help if you don't ask. Now, I feel that like I said, we have spirit guides that we're with us. Hi, Trish. Through every single incarnation. We have a spirit guide that's ours completely. Yes, I've got your back. Also, we have other spirit guides that pop in and out of our lives as we need them. I've had some interaction with hi Robin, with some incredible spirit guides. And I must say, I'm very amazed at their energy. I'm amazed at how giving, how gentle, how open, how sharing and caring they are. Now, not all spirit guides are on this high beam, high vibrational level. I believe we have what I call earth spirit guides, earth angels, family who we've lived with in this life, family who we've shared things with in this life, mums, dads, nanas, all sorts of family that have, they're my earth guides. They're the earth angels. They're the one, for me, that's what I call them, the earth angels. They're the ones who, your mum comes back, or your mum sends you a message, or they do this or they do that, or hi Carl, these are your earth angels. Now, in the category of earth angels, because very much closer, darling. Your mum is very close, Vic. Your mum is very close. I'm seeing your mum very close to him. He just needs to go, babe, and he will shortly. Hi, Angela. But it's like your mum is really, really close. Hi, Marina. Now, many of us have lost babies and children, and it's like I see them all as what I call the unborn because they're different than us. I went on a mad search when I lost my babies and had to bury them. And I couldn't, I was 18 when my first son died, and I just could not deal with it. I couldn't figure it. It took me years to sort it out. And I've studied, I went on a great crusade, you may call it. I checked out every religion there was. I was like, what the hell, God? What are you doing? How come this is happening? Oh, bless him. She's with him, Vic. It'll be all right. He's almost ready to go, darling. Just tell him his mum's with him and she's waiting. She's holding a hand out. And anyway, I went on this great search. Many, many, many years later, probably 40, 50, nearly 50. My son would have been 51, my first son. I came to an understanding because I kept seeing beings in spirit that were different than us, but I knew they had human form. Now, in my head, I've come to a conclusion. My heart tells me it's right, but, figure it, take it, or how it means, whatever it means to you. I see these little ones, whether they're terminations, miscarriages, or stillbirth, I see them as the same. They're a much brighter energy than us. Their vibrations are higher. Their energy is lighter, brighter, shining. And it took me a couple of years to figure it out. This may be their first incarnation as a spirit guide, because it appears they need conception, but they don't need birth. So I have, over the years, I've come to understand that this could be their first life as a spirit guide, because whenever I see them, they never ever leave the parent. So it's very possible that this is their place and time. So does any of you have any thoughts on that theory of mine, that these two are the first ways, their first touch of being spirit guides? Anybody got any thoughts to share on that, or questions on that? I see, or questions of where we are right now. Many of us question why little ones go, why this, why that. And many of us question the reality of a spirit guide and the need for a spirit guide. A spirit guide is like a very close friend, a very close director, somebody who's got our back at all times, somebody who's absolutely 100% in our corner. The duty or the work of a spirit guide is to take care of us, it's like their total focus is to take care of you. Their total focus is to make sure you return to the light. Isn't that amazing that you've got these beings who's lived incredible lives, whose vibrations are so incredibly high, and they're dedicated to you, totally dedicated to you. We can share spirit guides, and many of us do share spirit guides. Now, how that works is like, you look at many people and they'll have Buddha, or they'll have a monk, or they'll have this, or they'll have this wise old Indian chief. And you figure out now, how can all these people have the same one? How is this possible? Or are they just, spirit guide snatching, so to speak? Are they like grabbing on to a spirit guide because it is, what's his name, Sitting Bull, or it is Confucius, or it is Buddha, or it is Jesus? No, I don't believe they are. Look, honest to God, some may, but not by the general rule. Remember what I said about angels? Angels are multi-dimensional beings. So are spirit guides. So if you look at the reality of that statement, if a spirit guide is a multi-dimensional being, that spirit guide can be taking care of 20,000 people all at the same time, taking care of their needs and being uniquely personal to each and every one of them, because they are a multi-dimensional being. Here's the corker. So are you. So are you. Think about that one for a while. So are you. Each and every one of us are multi-dimensional beings. We exist in multiple dimensions and realities all at one time. It's just that our minds have not evolved to the place where we can accept this or even understand it. So does that make a spirit guide look a little bit more like a good friend? If we, okay, somebody's saying, she says, does everyone have spirit guides? If they have their backs, why does some kids suffer abuse and adults as well? I don't understand part of that. Why do some people get hurt? A spirit guide is not here to live your life for you. A spirit guide, yes, absolutely everybody has spirit guides, babe, but they're not here to live our lives for us. They're not here to make our choices. They're not here to stand in and physically put a barrier around you. They're like benevolent teachers. They teach us to live our lives. They teach and guide us to direct our lives. You know, it took me a long time to understand why some people get hurt and some people don't. We live in a place where it's a school, it's a training ground. And in our lives, we interact with people who are on different pathways. Not everybody is on a path of light. Not everybody chooses to be on a path of light. There are lessons to be learned, and unfortunately, some of those lessons are quite harsh and quite abusive. I've found that if I go back to the spirit connection, I may not understand it. I may not, and I seriously doubt if I could ever explain it, but I know it's not the part of a spirit guide to interfere with what you need to know. Yes, Jen, that's how it is. I've got a very, a very close guide who not only guides, but directs and spits and goodness knows what. But that's the prelude to the book, and it's only a few weeks away, and I'm desperate to talk about it, but I can't. I believe, darling, that most people stay. You know, there's this theory that I've studied for many years that they say people get stuck and I've sent them to the light. I reckon that's pure rubbish. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Bless me if I am. But whoever created this universal flow, I seriously don't believe they would leave a hiccup in there where a spirit would be stuck and a mere human would be able to fix God's mistake, fix the Creator's mistake. I really believe, with all the work I've done and the people I've talked to, hi Andrew, that some people choose to stay with their family and they don't go. Look, my heart goes out to it. To lose your child and to bury a child is like the worst possible nightmare we can ever have. I buried my son and my daughter, and I would not wish that on my worst enemy. And yes, a mum is going to struggle, but she's going to need people who are going to need to be there and just to allow her to grieve. Sometimes, like I did a thing the other couple of days, a week ago, about the need to hold space. And, you know, when we lose people, people need to hold space for us so that we can struggle, so that we can grieve, so that we can do what we need to do. I honestly believe some people just stay. They simply do. People see them in places as ghosts, but they just stay. They do what they need to do. Spirit guides have got a duty. Their duty is to perfect our spirituality. They deal with our spiritual bodies. They don't deal with our, hi Andrew, they don't deal with the physical. They deal with working with the spiritual. Family members will give you information to deal with the physical and to deal with issues that's in your life. But the spirit guide, in the true sense of the word, is to do with your spirituality, is to do with your emotional growth. Hi, Joey, is to do with your making sure you return and to help guide you through the lessons that you've chosen to learn in this life. And we do choose. Now, each guide enters our life for a purpose. We sometimes have, you know, there are times in our lives when we need one guide. And when that time is up, off they go. Trot off. Bye. See you later. Thank you very much. It's all good. They may return from time to time, and you may need another guide. It's like whatever purpose that you're facing in your life and whatever you're dealing with, that's the guide you'll get to see you through. You know, I actually, I've been very blessed in my life. That's the only way I can possibly explain it. When there's a major crash, and I mean major drama, the whole, here they come. We'll get to you guys in a minute. A whole world falls apart. I get a gift, an unbelievable gift. You know, years ago, my world fell apart, and I bought a set of tarot cards. Never seen them in my life, but I could read them, every single one of them. Sat down and went, bang, I could do it. That was the gift. That was the gift. Now, about 10 years ago, another major drama, and I mean a major drama. But I sat down and it was like, what was the gift? The gift was I can sit down and I can channel people's guardian spirit guides. It's the spirit guide reading. I can just sit there, go into a trance, bang. 2, 3, 4, 5 spirit guides will come through and allow the client or the person sitting there to talk with them, to have a one-on-one conversation. So, you know, I have been extremely blessed like that. So that when my world falls apart, it's like, where's the gift? It's like, hello, you've taken all this. It's all gone. What have I got? What have I got? What are you giving me? You know, weirdest thing. Yes. It is a blessed life, Andrew. It truly is. You know, let's have a look. Let's have a look. See where the messages. Make sure I'm giving you all the stuff you need. Yes. You know, like I said, you may share connections with earth spirit guides, which are your family, your friends who have passed over. They work in one way. Your spirit guide works in another. Can you actually interact with a spirit guide? Hell yeah. They're your friends. They want to be your friends. How do you chat to a spirit guide? Well, first, you get them off the pedestal. You know, so many of us, and I do it myself, truly. I'm one of the worst offenders. It's like we think spirit guides and we think, wow, and we've got them on this pedestal where they're such amazing beings. We think of the Archangel Gabriel and it's like, wow. Get them off the pedestal because they're no good to you on a pedestal and they don't want to be on a pedestal. They want to be active within your life. They want to be close to you. They want to be your friends. So you greet and chat and connect with your spirit guides like they're your mates. Hey, how you doing? What are we doing? And you, hi Cassie, if you've got your guides on a pedestal, like you wouldn't, if you were going to chat to, say, the Queen, you'd make sure you had everything perfect, word perfect. You'd know exactly what you could and you couldn't say. You couldn't break down and go, oh my God, I'm so hurt. It's so You couldn't pour your heart out, but you can pour your heart out to a best friend. If you put your spirit guides on that level, you're able to pour your heart out to them. You're also able to receive the information, the guidance, and the things back. Now, you got that bit? Is that bit working for everybody? Keep coming, keep in touch with me so I know that I'm actually giving you some information that's workable or usable, okay? So has anybody got a question or anything to share at this stage of the game? Don't be shy. The last thing I am is shy. Probably am, you know, I'm a fragile paddle, but yes, so it's making sense, Rob? Good. Now, how do we communicate? How do we communicate with them? First, like I said, we get them off the pedestal. Hi, Pia. How are you, sweetheart? Haven't seen you for a while. We get them off the flaming pedestal and we realize they're our friends. We realize their sole purpose is our happiness. is our peace of mind, is our spirituality, is that we go back on a high vibrational level. Spirit guides can connect in different ways. Some of us dream. Some of us dream. We dream and we go, wow, I'm fine too, darling. Good to see you. Some of us dream our spirit guides. Is there any one of you guys who actually, hi Melinda, have the dreams where you have the connection with the guides, where you get the energy? Yes, Vic, and you need to be doing that right now, sweetheart. You need to be reaching out. You need to be linking up and hanging in there, because you need as much support as anybody else, babe. Take care. You know, is there anyone who's dreamed their spirit guides, who have dreams of, hi Melinda, who have dreams of maybe Native Americans, Australian, Indigenous, Chinese, whatever? Very often the links with your spirit guides will be in dreams, and they will show you stuff. They will show you answers. Dreams is one of the first things. One of them is thought. Thought. If you sit and you're working with a spirit guide, you'll get thoughts, you'll get different things dropping into your head, pieces of information that, they may be in your voice, but they're not what you would say. They're not your vocabulary. They're not your statements. They're things you don't know or couldn't possibly have known. So thought is another way in which they communicate. They also communicate in meditation. Meditation is a very strong connection to the spirit guide realm. Very, very strong. And sometimes it's feelings. You just know. You get this deep, deep feeling. You just know. Hi, Kelly. But how do you know it's a spirit guide? Well, you ask. If you met a mate in the street, you would ask. So when you meet your spirit guides, ask who they are. They will give you their name. Sometimes we hear sounds that have no physical source. I'm always hearing sounds that have no physical source. To me, I've become so used to them that they're a part of my reality. And every now and then, I'll hear it, I'll suddenly go, wow, where's that come from? Yes, Jen, lots of people do it early in the morning because your mind's clear. When you wake up, your mind's clear in a way, but your mind has also got whatever's gone into it during the evening or during the sleep. You know, my guides seem to think that 3 is a great time to chat. So I don't know what 3 in their world is, but 3 in my world is, you know, about 50 minutes before the alarm clock is due to go off, and I'm sitting there like wide-eyed like an owl, and it's how they do. Sometimes, Amanda, you can catch a glimpse of something out of the corner of your eye, and yes, it can be your spirit guide. It can be a spirit. It can be, what's the word for it? Another entity, another energy. Some spirit guides are pure light. It's as simple as that. They're from other places, other planets. They're just pure light. And very often, have you seen a strip of light that just goes, psh, hi, Hannah. So yes, spirit guides, you can see them in the corner of your eye. Why do we see things in the corner of our eye? Now, you look your eye, underneath that eye, it's a curve. We focus on one part. So say this is your eye, right? Here's your curve. I'm doing fine, darling. How are you? This is your curve of your eye, but if you're only seeing this bit here, what the heck do you think all the rest of it's doing? It's picking up things on different levels, different perceptions. But the minute we pull that eye back to that center focus, it's gone. It doesn't mean it's not there. It means we can't see it because we've shifted the focus. We see them for different realities. You can ask a spirit guide to manifest. Okay, let's read Andrew's. Andrew, I had a vivid dream that never left. As an eagle overlooking an American Indian settle. Was also Maori settlement as a boy looking through the bush, and many other things have happened. You know, this is really a great time to understand that. Sometimes in dreams, they give us indications, and you do see through the eyes of spirit. So they have allowed you, Andrew, to see through the eyes of an eagle so that you could see clearly. And, you know, the looking through the eyes of the child into a Maori settlement. Spirit allows you to see through different eyes in time, sometimes, so that you can actually work. Oh, Hannah, you poor darling. Bless. Well, I'll send you some healing, darling. I've been all week in fibromyalgia attack, and it's like, I gave it a good cursing, and that helped. How do you stop them manifesting? Well, you ask. It's like, no, I'm not ready. I don't have the understanding. I don't have the awareness. You know, I love owls. I am absolutely an owl person, Jenny. And sometimes spirit speaks to us it's like an owl. It shows us an owl. Have a look at what owls mean to you. Like if I see an owl, I automatically think of my mother. It's like, that's my mother. So it's like, that's how it goes. So how do you stop them manifesting? Well, you just turn off, I guess, and ask them not to. Doesn't mean they're not going to be quietly helping you and guiding you and directing you. However, there's a difference between spirit guides and spirits. There's a difference between your spirit guide and spirits. And truly, I've never found a way to shut spirits up. I must honestly say I've never wanted to shut spirits up. Bless you, Anna. I'll send you some healing tonight, sweetheart. Breathe into the pain. Breathe into the pain. Breathe into the pain, sweetheart. It's like, remember labor. You breathed into the pain. It helped. Breathe into the pain. Well, Melinda, this may be their way of communicating with you, of talking to you, and it's like, this is how it's going to be. If you don't want to do it, tell them. But, you know, good luck. I know, darling, mine's only been about 6 months too, but it's like, remember labor, remember how they taught you to breathe. Breathe into the pain. When it's like, cause it's like a contraction. Fibro pain's like a contraction. Breathe into it. Deep breath. Breathe into it, darling. Work with it. Let's get back to spirit guides. You may hear, like I said, you may hear sound. Darling, if you don't feel it's good, then you need to go to somebody and have a chat about what it is that's happening. Maybe go to where your place of religion, what works for you, get them to give you a clearing, and blessing just to clear it all away so you're not working with it. Oh, you're lucky, Anna. You're getting labor now, darling. In labor, when a contraction comes, deep breath, just breathe into it, and you totally focus on that breath, darling. Trust me, it helps. You know, the other day I was screaming, and I was on the phone to Pauline, and she goes, Maggie, remember what you told me? Breathe into it. And we breathed into it, and it was good. It was better. Okay, let's go find out what I haven't told you. You know, sometimes you may actually say something. You'll make a statement. You'll be talking about something, and a totally unconnected or unrelated statement will come out. And often that's spirit guide energy too. You know, a spirit guide will never, ever tell you what to do. If you get a message or a connection from a spirit guide and they say, tell somebody to do this, or they tell you to do it, ignore them. It's more often somebody's, what do you call it, ego. A spirit guide will never, ever tell you what to do. They will guide you, they will give you options, they will give you directions, they will give you choices, but they'll never, ever tell you, you're very welcome, babe. They'll never, ever tell you what to do. That's not their business. It's not their choice to do that. But, you know, they will give it, they'll give you the energy. They will help and they will guide you. They will support you through the hard times. They'll be the ones standing at your back when everything's going wrong. I'll text you later, Hannah. Your doctor may or may not agree to give you a medication that I've got. I don't take it regularly when I'm screaming, and I mean when I'm really screaming, which is probably once a week. There's one goes under your tongue. Oh, 3 minutes, pain-free. I'll send you it and see. Just take it to your doctor and see what he says. It is a heavy narcotic, so you're only allowed very limited bits of it, okay? But by God, it's a blessing. So where were we? Back to the spirit guides. I'm very easily distracted. You know, a spirit, the guides, they're there to be with you, to guide you, to direct you, to keep you safe. They're just beautiful creatures. Very rarely do they step in, but in physically, I've actually physically had an angel step in and work with things, and that's okay. But if you're uncomfortable in any way, if you're uncomfortable about anything in any way, then do something about it. Find a way to go, look, this isn't working for me. It's a spirit guide, a true spirit guide is literally an advanced vibrational energetic being. Their vibrations are not low, so they cannot do harm. They're on a different level. So this is where we need to differentiate. Melinda, if this is really stressing you, darling, you go to your priest, you talk about it, you get them to come and do a clearing. That's Catholic priests are actually trained in exorcisms, the same as witches. It's exactly the same process, exactly the same. Okay, when I'm finished, Hannah, I'll message it through, darling. Now, how do you connect? It's like you just allow. You just allow. Sometimes you go into a little meditation and have a connection. And once you've made that connection, you just keep it. And it's like any friendship. You feed it. You connect, you chat. It's like if you had a friend, you know, you've got a really good friend, how do you think they'd feel if you never spoke to them? Or you never asked for advice, or you never connected with them? You know, once in every 2 or 3 years you sent them a text. You know, how would that go? It wouldn't. It's the same with your spirit guides, you know, and our families in spirit, they're as close as they ever were. They can see us. They can interact with us. It's just that we are not on a vibrational level where we can interact with them. I'm going to write myself a quick note to message Hannah so that I don't forget, because my mind isn't what it used to be. Isn't what it used to be. God love me. Okay, now do we have any more questions or anything to share before we go to the next part? How are we doing? Are we all good? I've talked you all to sleep. I can talk the hind leg off a donkey, my dad used to say. God love him. Okay, now what we're going to do next, we're going to do a connecting meditation, a connection. So, okay, thanks, Robin. As long as we're all good and we're still holding in here and the link's happening and we're doing it. So if you would like, please follow me through gently, gently. I'm going to do a very little drum, very lightly, so that you can actually go very gently deep into a soft meditation. We're going to journey rather than meditate. Now, do what works for you. I love my drum. She's my baby. Do what works for you. Follow your breath. Do what works for you. Okay? Let's do this. We're on a trip now, Andrew. Let's go, hon. Very gently close your eyes and just breathe. Listen to the sound of the drum. Someone let me know. Andrew, let me know if this drum sound comes through. Is it working? Is this drum side working on that side, Popes? Somebody let me know. Is this drum coming through? Can you guys hear this drum? Is it okay? Hello, someone let me know. Yes, thank you, Pia. Let's do it. Okay, so what I'd like you guys to do is just very gently. Yeah, thanks, Vic. Close your eyes. Let the drum take you. Follow your breath, just breathing very gently how it works for you. And just let this drum guide you. Let the vibration take you. Just go with the vibration. Is that any better? Let me go back. Is that better from a distance? Interesting that some of you are getting it sounding like a vibration. It may be the vibration that's actually being transferred. Too close to the microphone. Let me try this side. Interferes with the voice. Okay. But is the vibration of the drum fine? I'll put the drum down and do the voice after if it's fine. What about that? Is that better? Crackly, we're going to have to deal with this. We'll find a way to get through it. I'll give it one more shot and then it's lost its chance. How's that? Okay. Now, to begin with, just follow the sound of the drum. I'll do the drum a little bit and then I'll come in with what you need. I need you to follow the vibration of this drum. Just breathe, okay? Gently. I'll do it over here. Just breathe. Just listen. Beautiful. Just follow your breath. Just follow the breath. Follow the drum. Just follow the drum. That's it. Follow the drum. Very gently, just allow your breath to take you very deeply within. Just allow your breath to take you very deeply within, gently, gently relaxing, going very, very deeply within. We're going to take a short journey of connection, a journey of self. And as you sit very gently, breathing very, very deeply, just allow yourself to be free. Just allow yourself to experience. Give yourself permission to be free. Give yourself permission to make this journey. Give yourself the permission to connect. Now, we're going to imagine that before us, see it, feel it, or simply know that there is an incredibly beautiful staircase. An incredibly beautiful staircase. It has 10 steps. Each step down, you will go deeper into relaxation, and you will feel so peaceful, so gentle, so at ease. We're ready now. Let's take the first step down. 10. Become aware of your staircase. What's it made of? How does it feel beneath your feet? Become aware of your staircase. 9. Going very gently relaxing. 8. Feeling good, feeling calm, gently, gently going down. 7. 6. Step down. 5. Deep, deep relax now. 4. Going very, very deep within. 3. 2. Very, very relaxed. 1. And as you step off the stairs, you see before you a podium, and on the podium is a book. This is your book. This is your information. This is your record. So walk very gently up to your record and open the book in the first page. And you see there's nothing there, but there's a pen. Pick up the pen and on the first page write your name and the word trance. Feeling very calm while you do this. You're writing your name and the word trance. Now open the book to the middle. Again, a blank page. Write your name and the name word trance. Write your name and the word trance. And now go to the back of the book. No words, blank page. Write your name and the word trance. And as you flick through the book, you become aware that it's like a slideshow of your life. There are images and words that are just fleeting. They're not attached to the page, they're just there. Parts of your world, parts of your life. It's okay, it's all good, it feels fantastic. And now you very gently walk down the path. This is an amazing path. On your left-hand side, there are meadows where butterflies play among brilliantly coloured flowers. And as you look beyond the meadows, there's the lowlands of the mountains, and in the distance you see the mountains, the snow with snow-capped. An amazing, beautiful, as far as you can see, beautiful land. Incredible butterflies, you hear the hum of bees. And on your right side, there's the ocean. The ocean in all her glory. You become aware of the soft waves as they float in, as they just flow in gently. And as you walk along, the ocean changes. You become aware of the rocks. and you hear the thunder of the ocean as she flings herself against these rocks. You feel the salt spray on your skin, and you realize that you're walking between two worlds, earth and water. Wow. And you keep walking along this path one step at a time, experiencing the beauty and the overwhelming majesty of the mountains on one side and the incredible majesty and power of the ocean on the other. The mountains and the ocean, two incredible powers. Now you become aware that on the path in front of you there is a light, and the light is coming towards you very gently. Very gently, the light is coming towards you. You walk very gently, slowly, and as you walk towards this light, you become aware that it gets bigger and brighter. It's an amazing light. It gets bigger and brighter. Wow. And the closer you get, the brighter it gets. And the closer you get, you become aware of the feel. This is an incredible feel. You can feel an energy. You can feel the power. You can feel the passion. You can feel the energy. The closer this light comes to you, the more powerful the energy, the more strong. And then you become aware that you're actually stepping inside the light, stepping inside a majestic aura. You become aware that this is an incredible aura. And the closer you get to the center of the aura, the stronger, the more powerful, the more compassionate, the more incredible unconditional love you feel. Allow yourself to be swamped, to be wrapped in this power of incredible love, this power of incredible acceptance, this power of incredible compassion. It is deeper than you've ever known, incredibly strong, incredibly powerful. And as you become closer, you become aware of a figure at the center of this. And you understand that the energy is emanating from the heart of this being. As you stand in awe of this being, allow that energetic passion to flow to you. Allow the love that they send to engulf you. Wrap yourself, feel yourself being enfolded by this pure, powerful, energetic, unconditional love. Now, very gently, you're going to raise your face and you're going to look into the face of this being. And the face you see is yours. This is you. This is your true reality. This incredible being of light, this incredible being of love, this incredible being of power, passion. This is you. Take some time to connect with you at your deepest self. Wow. Just allow yourself to immerse yourself in who you are and what you are and why you are. This is who you are. This is you. Wow. Accept it. Allow it to be you. Allow yourself to understand the majesty and the power and the strength that is really you. Just allow yourself to absorb it. Allow that energy to flow through you, to flow over you, and to flow around you. This is you. This is who you were born to be. This is the true reality of who you are. And when you're ready, just very gently step backwards. Gently release this aura, bringing with you the knowledge of who you are, bringing with you the power and creativity and the pure love of who you are. Because this is what you shine into the world. This is your gift to the universe. For you are a gift to the universe. Very gently make your way back along your path. Very, very gently walk along your path. Walk along your path back. Very gently. You notice that the ocean on one side is calm now. There's only gentle, gentle waves. Very gently now. Walk back. You become aware of the mountains, the incredible beauty that surrounds you. And when you reach your book, you see as you flick through it that each page is a shining light, that each page is filled with light, each page is filled with energy. This is an energy you can work with and absorb. And now we're very gently going to come back up our stairs. And as we come back up the steps, you're coming to come back to your here and now. 1, feeling so incredibly good, feeling so incredibly peaceful. 2, bringing with you this deep understanding of who you truly are. 3, becoming more aware now of the world around you. 4, 5, feeling so fantastically good. 6, beginning to move around, beginning to stretch, listening to everything around you. 7, becoming aware of the real world now, if you would. 8, 9, taking some deep breaths. 10, big, big stretch. Wow, and gently, gently coming back to the here and now, coming back to who you are. Very gently come back to the here and now. Take your time in coming back. If you'd be happy to share your experience, we'd be happy to hear. And if you're happy to keep your privacy for yourself, then that is fine. Okay? Very gently now, come back to the here and now. Very, very gently. Very, very gently come back. Very gently become back to your own self, your own reality. And if you would like to share, then please do. Okay. Deep breaths now and coming back. Are we all okay? Did that work for some of you? Did it assist some of you? Okay. You're welcome, darling. Did you actually connect with the being? You know, when we see ourselves in our true reality. Hi, Robin. Hi, Book. Too much disturbance, Rob. I'll work on it. But when we see who we are in our actual reality, it's very, very humbling, and it's incredibly amazing to who we are. So now, is there anyone who'd like to share anything, how it felt, what you saw, how you felt when you became to the reality of who you truly are? You're welcome, Sandy. I may have to record a drum beat and see if that works. That's because we have many, many incarnations, Vic, and sometimes one of the other ones pop in, or one of the other, shall we say, faces or clothes or hats that we wear pop in. It is very peaceful. Yes. Aren't we just the most incredible beings? Aren't we just the most incredible, amazing beings? Can you know, once you know that pure love